to Midnight Passport, where every road leads somewhere you should have never gone. Tonight's story follows a family escaping the noise of the city, only to find something much darker waiting in the quiet countryside. So close your eyes and listen carefully, because sometimes what's behind your backyard was never meant to be found. The Sanders family moved to the country to start over. New town, new jobs, new house tucked into a quiet stretch of land, surrounded by trees. To Sarah and Michael, it felt like peace. To their 3 kids, Ellie, Noah, and Max, it felt like freedom. Behind the house was an endless backyard. Tall grass, thick woods, no fences. The kind of place where you could vanish for hours. The first time they wandered out there, it was just a game. Ellie led the way. Noah followed close behind, and little Max trailed with a stick he called a sword. They were gone for nearly an hour. When they came back, they were quiet, eyes wide, mouths uncertain. "Where were you?" their mom asked. Ellie shrugged. "We met some other kids," she said. "They live in a house out there, in the woods." Sarah frowned. "There's no house back there. It's just forest." Noah nodded. "That's what we thought too, until it was there." The next day, the kids went back. This time, they took snacks and stayed longer. When they returned, they had stories. The house was old but clean. Porch swings creaked, the paint was faded, and the family inside was odd. The mom wore a long gray dress and spoke like she was in a play. The dad just stared from a window but never came outside. The kids, all dressed the same, never blinked much. But they were friendly, too friendly. "They don't go to school," Ellie said. "They said they've always lived there." "They talk funny," Max added, "like they don't know what a phone is." That night, Sarah looked online, pulled up satellite maps. Nothing in the woods, not even a dirt path. She asked the neighbors. They laughed. "There's no house back there," one said. "Just trees and deer. Maybe your kids saw a hunter's shack." But the kids kept going. Every afternoon, and every time, they came back stranger. The next day, Sarah stopped the kids at the door.
"No woods today,"
she said. Ellie frowned. Noah shrugged. Max pouted.
"But they invited us for dinner,"
he said.
"They made something called corn mash."
Sarah raised a brow.
"Corn mash? They said it's an old family recipe."
Ellie added.
"It smelled like burnt leaves."
Noah grinned.
"It tasted like dirt, good dirt."
That afternoon, while Sarah worked in the kitchen, the kids slipped out. She didn't notice until the sun was low. They came back just before dark, silent, dirty. Max's shirt was ripped. Ellie had a scratch on her face.
"Where were you?"
Sarah snapped.
"Playing,"
Ellie said softly.
"We played the stillness game."
Noah added.
"Whoever stays quiet the longest wins."
Max's smile was too wide.
"They're really good at it."
That night, Sarah woke up to a creak. She found Max in the backyard, barefoot, staring at the woods, mumbling to himself. She carried him inside. He didn't remember a thing, but his eyes looked wrong, wider, too black. The next morning, Sarah followed them. She stayed hidden in the trees. The children ran ahead, giggling, laughing at things she couldn't see. Then she saw it, a house, old, wooden, peeling white paint, porch swing moving with no wind. A woman stood on the steps. She was in a long grey dress. She looked straight at Sarah, even though Sarah was hidden.
Don't worry, Mama,
The woman called out.
they belong here. They're safe now.
Sarah stepped back, tripped on a root. When she looked up, the woman was gone. The children were inside. That night at dinner, the kids said nothing, just chewed, stared straight ahead, didn't blink. Sarah knew then they had brought something back with them. The next morning, Max didn't eat his cereal, just stirred it. Ellie and Noah sat stiff at the table, no jokes, no teasing, just silence. Sarah watched them carefully. She felt like she was feeding strangers. Later that day, Michael came home from work early. Sarah begged him to come see the house, show him what she saw. He rolled his eyes but agreed. They followed the kids into the woods. Sarah pointed. There, it's right. But there was nothing, just trees, no house, no porch swing, no woman in grey. You need sleep, Michael muttered. I swear it was there, Sarah whispered. He squeezed her hand. They turned to leave. Only two of the kids followed. Ellie and Max. Noah was gone. Sarah's heart dropped. They called for him, shouted his name. No answer, not even an echo. Michael ran deeper into the trees. Sarah pulled Max to her side. Ellie just stared into the forest, silent, expressionless. They searched until nightfall. Michael's voice went hoarse. Still, no Noah, no tracks, no sound. The police came. Drones scanned the woods. Volunteers combed through brush. Search dogs picked up nothing. No one believed the house ever existed. After 3 days, they labeled Noah missing. Sarah didn't sleep, didn't eat. She just watched the woods, waiting. On the 4th night, Max stood at her doorway. His voice was barely a whisper. They said Noah doesn't want to come back. Sarah sat up. Who said that? Max's lips trembled. The quiet kids. They live in the house behind the trees. They said Noah belongs now. She jumped out of bed, woke Michael. They tore through the woods, flashlights shaking in their hands. Nothing, no path, no house, just cold air and dead leaves. Then Max screamed. They found him frozen in place, staring at a single object, a small shoe, half buried in the dirt. It was Noah's. After they found Noah's shoe, Max stopped speaking. Ellie barely blinked. Sarah sat up every night, watching the woods through the back window, waiting. Michael had seen enough. "We're leaving," he said. "I booked a hotel in the city." He packed bags, loaded the car, but Sarah needed one more look, one more walk into the woods. The forest was quieter than ever. No birds, no wind, just a cold, waiting silence. She followed the path the kids had taken. The one they swore led nowhere. And there it was again, the house, still standing, porch swing swaying. The woman in grey sat rocking. She looked up at Sarah and smiled. "You shouldn't have come alone," she whispered. "Not this time." Sarah turned. Children stood between the trees, silent, still, wearing old-fashioned clothes, eyes empty. Then the woman stood, holding the hand of a boy, Noah. His face was pale, expression blank. He didn't blink. "He belongs now," the woman said. "He's part of the family." Sarah ran. Branches tore at her arms. She tripped, crawled and stumbled out of the woods. Michael was waiting. Ellie and Max were already in the car. They drove and didn't look back. They never spoke about the house again. The shoe disappeared the next morning. Max's sketchbook, empty, like it had never happened. Weeks passed, then months, but the woods behind their new house felt wrong. The trees leaned too close. The shadows moved when they shouldn't. Then one morning, Sarah looked out the back window. Her blood ran cold. At the edge of the trees, a swing, moving, with no wind. That was another chilling journey from Midnight Passport. If you're still with us, you might want to check your backyard. Don't forget to subscribe for new haunted travel stories every week. And if you've ever seen something that disappeared the next day, leave a comment below. We read them all. Until next time, safe travels.